August the 12th, 2015, was my very first time going to the Dakota Hope Clinic. The reason that I went to the clinic is because I was pregnant, and I didn't necessarily know that I wanted my child, and I wanted to first verify my pregnancy. I had taken 2 pregnancy tests at home, and I did not have insurance or the means to go to the doctor's office and take a pregnancy test. When I arrived at the office, the first person that I encountered there was Stephanie Anderson. She basically talked to me about the services that they offered there, and she did the pregnancy test. It did come back positive. My next part of my mission for going to the clinic was then to find out information about abortion. When I began to ask her questions about abortion, she began to share with me her testimony. It called me into order. It began to remind me who I was in God. I am a Christian woman, but I was at the lowest point in my life that I possibly could have been. I was broken. I didn't think that I was capable of taking care of another child. I felt alone. And the father of my child told me I was not capable of raising another child. He told me that he wouldn't be there. I'm already a single mom, and I didn't think that I could do it with a second child. But as she began to share with me her testimony, God began to really work on my heart. He began to let me know that I am very capable of taking care of another human life. When I left her, I still did call the Red River Clinic in Fargo, and I made an appointment. I've had a very short window to where I could do an abortion. And God just really began to work on me, and I could not do it. I have a song that I would listen to over and over again called Beautiful Life. And it was about a girl just like me. And the song basically encouraged me to keep my child. Everything that Stephanie had said to me, it came back to me in song. And I decided to keep my baby. Almost now, the anniversary to the date, September the 11th, 2015. I finally had insurance, and I could finally go see an obstetrician. He began to listen for my baby's heartbeat, and he could not find my baby's heartbeat. He sent me down for an ultrasound, and I just began to pray, God, please give me my child. Allow my child to be alive. Make the heartbeat. Let him be wrong. At that point, I just wanted somebody to talk to, somebody to pray with me, and I called the Dakota Hope Clinic. I had grown close to them, and I asked them to pray for me, but the nurse came and she called me back before they could pray for me, so they said they would be praying for me and with me. In that visit, I ultimately found out that my child had passed away. It was Friday, September the 11th of 2015. I've never been at such a broken point in my life. To me, that was rock bottom. I began to pray. I began to cry out to God. I began to apologize for everything that I've done, for not allowing Him to work the work in my life that He had begun earlier that year. And that night, I restored my life back to God. Then I lost my baby the natural way. I called Dakota Hope Clinic and I let them know what had happened. And they began to, those wonderful women there began to talk to me and show me grief videos and gave me material to read. That was my grief counseling. Having that friendly face, that kind ear, Christy and Stephanie, just being able to talk to them and them listen to me and be able to relate with what I was going through, being willing to pray with me, even if I needed that. I would go by there a lot just to see their friendly faces, just to talk to them. It wasn't just going there to get a service. It wasn't just going there to take a pregnancy test. It wasn't just showing up and meeting with them to do the parenting classes and the videos, and then ultimately the grief counseling. It was going there because they ultimately are a small family, a small group that loves and cares about each and every person that walks in that door. And they have the love of God down on the inside of them. And they do not just leave you after they perform the service. They check up on you. They watch over you. They pray for you. And I felt like they were a small family that I could go and confide in. I made friends there. I'm doing wonderful now. It's almost the anniversary of the day that I lost my child. And that's okay. I know that God he made a choice for my child, and he knew the direction for my life that he wanted to go in. I'm being a better mother to my child, to my daughter that I have. I don't know that I would have. I made it there because of God first, but I don't know if I would have made it that far without the love and support of each and every one of those women that work at the Dakota Hope Clinic.